Urgent royal story. Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor chooses her prince. The palace gates. The world watching. Tradition expecting a carefully arranged match. Suddenly, a whisper of rebellion. A choice of the heart over the crown. But what really happened behind those marble walls? And why does this moment change everything you thought you knew about Princess Leonor? From the earliest days of her life, Princess Leonor has stood as a symbol of Spain's future. Every appearance, every word, every gesture weighed, measured, and analyzed. The world expected her to follow the script written for generations of royals before her. Yet within the quiet corridors of the Zarzuela Palace, a different story was unfolding, a story of a young woman who began to see her destiny not as a duty alone, but as a life she could shape. As she reached adulthood, Leonor's schedule filled with military training, academic achievements, and carefully curated public events. Each of these moments reinforced her image as a dutiful heir. But what the public could not see were the private letters, the whispered phone calls, and the stolen glances across crowded state banquets that hinted at a heart making its own decision. The name of the man she chose did not appear on any official list of potential suitors approved by royal advisors. He was not the son of a reigning monarch nor the heir to a vast fortune. Instead, he was someone she encountered through a shared passion, a charitable project bringing together young leaders from across Europe. Their first meeting was brief, formal, and unremarkable to onlookers. But to Leonor, it was electric. And in that single moment, a chain of events began that would challenge centuries of protocol. Insiders recount how her demeanor changed after that meeting. She became more vibrant in private, more confident in expressing her own opinions during council sessions, more willing to question long-standing traditions. Courtiers whispered, journalists speculated. Was this simply the natural growth of a young woman finding her voice, or was there something, someone, sparking the change? Every answer to that question led to another. If Leonor's heart was guiding her, how far would she go? Would she truly risk the disapproval of her family, the scrutiny of the press, and the expectations of a nation to be with the one she loved? Sources close to the royal household describe a series of secret meetings, carefully orchestrated to avoid public detection. Discreet cafes in Madrid, private invitations to low-profile events. Each encounter strengthened their bond. Each goodbye grew heavier. And with each step, the tension between tradition and desire mounted. The moment of decision came sooner than anyone expected. A major gala in Madrid, attended by heads of state and foreign dignitaries, placed Leonor at the center of a glittering world stage. Observers noticed a new steadiness in her eyes, a calm confidence as she walked the red carpet. Behind the scenes, she had already informed her closest aides. She had chosen her prince, not by birthright, but by heart. This choice sent shockwaves through the inner circles of the Spanish monarchy. Senior advisors warned of political ramifications. Family members expressed both quiet concern and quiet admiration. Friends confided that Leonor had never seemed so certain of anything. And still, questions remained. Who exactly was this man? What did his background mean for the future of the crown? Could a love match also serve the needs of a modern monarchy? In a deeply personal conversation with her parents, Leonor reportedly laid out her reasons. She spoke of shared values, of mutual respect, of a desire to serve rather than simply reign. She described a partner who understood the weight of public duty but valued private integrity. This was not an impulsive romance, she insisted. It was a considered, deliberate decision of a woman who would one day be queen. Her parents listened. They asked hard questions. They remembered their own youthful struggles between duty and love. And in the end, while not all details were resolved, a door opened. The palace began preparing for a future that looked different from the one they had once imagined. Outside the palace, the public narrative lagged behind the reality. Rumors flew. Columnists speculated about secret engagements, coded messages, and clandestine travel. Each article fed the public's curiosity, and yet none fully captured the quiet courage of Leonor's choice. Only those inside her circle understood that a new chapter of the Spanish monarchy had begun, one defined not only by tradition but by authenticity. This story, however, does not end with a single announcement. It unfolds across months of delicate negotiation between personal happiness and public duty. Invitations drafted and redrafted. Protocol rewritten to accommodate a partner from outside the traditional royal network. Advisors studying precedent from other European monarchies where heirs married for love. Each step forward raised new questions, and with each question came a new test of resolve. And still, Leonor held firm. She attended official functions with poise. She met foreign dignitaries with grace. Yet behind the formal smiles lay a heart increasingly open about its commitment. Slowly, the Spanish public began to shift. Polls hinted at rising support for their future queen's independence. Commentators began framing her as a modernizer, a bridge between old expectations and new realities. Meanwhile, her chosen prince navigated his own challenges. Press intrusion into his family life. Questions about his career. Debates about whether he would take on public duties or remain a private citizen. Together, they strategized quietly about how to merge their worlds without losing themselves. Their relationship became a living demonstration of what many young Europeans longed for in their leaders: authenticity, empathy, and courage. Each public appearance of Leonor took on new resonance. Was this the smile of a woman in love? Was that subtle glance toward an unseen companion in the audience? Every clue fed the public's fascination, and yet the full story remained just out of reach, drawing people ever deeper into the narrative. The announcement, when it finally came, was both understated and seismic. No grand balcony declaration, no staged photographs of intertwined hands. Instead, a carefully worded statement from the palace acknowledging Leonor's decision to choose her partner, in alignment with her values and duties. The words were formal, but the meaning was clear: she had chosen him. Crowds gathered outside royal residences. Social media erupted. Headlines around the world proclaimed a new era for Spain's monarchy. And yet, at the center of the storm, Leonor appeared calm, resolute, and, in rare candid moments, radiantly happy. In the weeks that followed, details emerged of how the couple planned to balance their private life with public responsibilities. They spoke of joint charitable projects, of promoting unity across Europe, of modeling a new kind of partnership between royalty and citizen. Far from diminishing the crown, their union began to inspire renewed interest and hope. Through it all, the emotional core of the story remained constant: a young woman born into duty who chose love without abandoning her role. A future queen who signaled that tradition and heart need not be enemies. And a couple whose journey had only just begun. As we watch the next chapter unfold, the preparations, the reactions, the inevitable challenges, one thing is clear. This is not just a royal romance. It is a case study in courage, authenticity, and the quiet power of personal choice within institutions built on tradition. And for Princess Leonor, it is the moment when she stepped fully into her own story, choosing her prince not because she had to, but because she wanted to.